I guess the first question for you is, compared to a year ago, where you are now at this point, how much more comfortable are you? And now that you've been here a year, what are some things you've been able to implement due to the fact that you've been here for a whole calendar year now?
Right, definitely feel a lot more comfortable, number one, in just the overall knowledge of our players. Feel really good about knowing about where they are academically and football-wise, skill set-wise, weight room, health. So we feel a lot more comfortable about the knowledge of our players. I think it's an ongoing process, so every year is different. So in a way, this year we're kind of starting over again as it relates to 2013, trying to find who the new leaders are going to be. We won't be the same on offense and defense as we've always been because we have different players in many spots. So that's what we're studying right now as we head into spring practice.
You know, you were in a Super Bowl run last year, so everything was kind of rushed when you got here.
Right.
And now that you've been here, have you been able to put your sort of imprint on this program? Do you feel like you're doing that more and more that you've been here for a year?
It's not necessarily my imprint. It's just our coaching staff, led by me, our philosophy on how we're going to do things moving forward, whether it's football, academics, weight room, training staff, medical, whatever it is. We feel like we're headed in the right direction. We still want to make sure that we're staying on top of where we're at in certain areas so that we can always be fresh, have fresh ideas, and think out of the box in certain ways. So that's what we're trying to do.
You know, when you first got here, you're doing a ton of TV interviews. Here you're doing one now. I mean, it's kind of fun. You've been doing so much in the public eye. Do you ever, not say tired of it, but do you ever want to step back and say, hey, I'm a football coach too, I'd like to focus more on football? How have you been able to balance that?
Sure, that's not always easy to balance. Ideally you'd like to just be in the office and coaching your players and working with your staff, 14 hours a day. But I believe as the head football coach at Penn State, especially with the last year and the situation that we're in with our sanctions and all those things, I think it's really important for people to understand how we feel about this place, that this is a special place, a great place to get an education, great alumni base, fantastic players here in our program, and we just want people to understand that this is a very positive football program and university going forward.
Let's talk about the event tonight, your seniors being honored. When you first heard about it, what was your first reaction to hearing that the Maxwell Club is going to present you with this? They don't present this to every year, so for you guys to get that, what was your first reaction?
I just felt great for our seniors that they were recognized for their loyalty and commitment to Penn State, to this football program, to the tradition and the history and our new coaching staff. I think it's a fantastic group of guys that it'll be hard-pressed to be associated with this group of guys again, this type of group again in my career. It's just tough guys, smart guys, loyal guys, and I'm just honored for them and humbled by the awards tonight.
About over a year ago, you're on the sideline screaming at Tom Brady, and now all of a sudden you're the coach of the year. You're racking up all these honors. Do you ever get a chance to slow down and kind of like put it all in perspective, or you haven't been able to do that yet?
I just appreciate the fact that I've had a really fortunate career. I've had a chance to work for great head coaches, obviously Bill Belichick. I've had a chance to coach Hall of Fame players, obviously Tom Brady and Wes Welker, Randy Moss, and many, many others. And then obviously the experience that I had here with our players and coaching staff the past year. So I'm just very humbled by it. I feel lucky, and I thank God for my great family and their support, and just trying to do the best I can for Penn State.